Hey everybody, Jason Woods with FluxJet Kayaks, and I'm here with another update. Today we're going to be going over some of the exciting changes we've got going on. A lot of it based on your feedback, a lot of it based on our experience now being able to spend more time moving these boats around, traveling to ICAST, bringing everything back on and off the water, loading them on cars, and just a few updates we're making on some of the parts. We'll just kind of run you through some of the cool stuff we're doing. We'll jump over to the CAD here. Hopefully my screen record is going to help us out. So here you can see the overall hull that we're working on. One of the things I wanted to share with everybody is kind of took a few minutes yesterday and just kind of did a cut up of the hull to go over in more detail kind of the weight capacity, because everyone had a lot of questions about that, and there's a lot of ambiguity in the industry as far as, you know, weight capacity and how is that determined. So here we've actually created a chart that we'll send out to everybody that shows you the exact displacement levels. So basically went through and cut it at all the important lines. So kind of the inside of these troughs, the inside of the jet pocket, and the top of the blue line is the top of the scuppers. And basically we'll show you here is what those numbers equate out to. So at the top of the green line, you've got 252 pounds of displacement. So that's 252 pounds total. So if the boat is roughly 100 plus a battery, call it 130 pounds for the boat, fully rigged with the seat and the battery and everything in it. Subtract that from the 252, and that's roughly how much weight you can put in the boat, assuming you have all of your weight evenly distributed in the boat sitting flat in the water. And then that jumps up to 545 pounds once you get to the top of the jet pocket. And then at the top of the scuppers, assuming the boat is flat, you got 758 pounds. Again, that's total weight in the boat plus the weight of the boat itself. So subtract the weight of the boat from that number and you'll get your usable capacity. On the hull updates we were working on, so a couple of things we noticed. One, we really are trying to make the lightest, strongest part possible. So there's two ways to make the hull stronger. Either you make it heavier, you just add more plastic, or you can add more structure to it. You can add more shape to it, sort of like folding creases into a piece of paper will make it more stiff. The same sort of thing applies to the hull of a boat. So one of the main things we want to do is really make sure that, because we've got this giant open floor, really wanted to stiffen that up. So we're actually adding 2 more scuppers right out in the center just to really make this a nice solid platform for you when you stand up. Another thing that we noticed just from being out in the water and experiencing this thing is that there was a little bit of slop in the seat, and you can see we're making some changes here to tighten up how the seat interfaces with the hull itself. And then one of my personal requests, lifting this up and putting it on wheels and moving it around, like at ICAST, we actually ended up having to take the demo boat that showed up late. We actually had to bring it up and down the escalator. So you find out pretty quick the ergonomics of moving stuff around. And one of the things I really wanted to add was we had these 2 nice grab handles in the back, but I really wanted to have a center line grab. So one of the things we are adding is this nice little grab pocket in the tail. So when you grab this, I'll be able to grab it with one hand in that pocket, lift it up, and then I'll just be able to set it on its wheels without the boat trying to roll. Because right now, if you grab either one of these handles, it's obviously going to try to roll on you. So that was just one of those quality of life things that you probably won't ever notice because it's tucked up in there, but is very handy to have. And as far as customer requests go, obviously this boat is focused on being able to get into shallow water and tight spaces, and one of the things that immediately we started getting hit with was we want shallow water anchors. So I am very pleased to announce that we've added not 1 but 2 shallow water anchor mount patterns to the rear. So we've got your 4-bolt pattern standard, and because I have OCD, it has to be symmetrical, so we're actually putting 2 of them in, so you will be able to add your shallow water anchors either side there, or anything else that uses a standard 4-bolt pattern. One of the other things we've got a lot of questions about as far as the wheels. The hull design is actually designed to use just the slide-in style. So it's just 2 central bunks that slide inside there. You'll notice that these channels serve a couple of different functions, and one of them is to make it easy to get the wheels in and out, right? So it's very simple to just slide the wheels in these channels, and they sit in there very nicely. It's very solid when you put them on there. But one of the problems people have, originally I thought the scupper type would be better, And in talking with industry experts, I was made aware of some issues that come with that. When you have forks that stick up into scuppers, it puts a tremendous amount of force on those tubes inside of there, and it's very likely to cause damage over time. And you can actually crack the hull and ruin the hull by doing that. So we want the bunk style, and we made sure that these channels kind of matched up nicely with the cart. The issue I think most people have with this style of cart is that when you're pulling it, if this catches on something, you know, a crack in the road or whatever, it's likely that these wheels will try to slide back out the channel. Luckily, on this design, what we did is the channels, the scuppers actually line up with these channels. So it's at the top of this channel. So what you can do is just get yourself a piece of 1-inch PVC pipe and a T-connector, or we can make you something fancy if you want, that drops down in either one or both of these rear scupper holes in your tank well. And what that'll do is basically give you hard stops. So you pull your wheels in, and you can drop this pin in essentially, and it will keep your wheels from sliding back on you and having your cart slide out and have your kayak end up on the ground. So just another, you know, quality of life thing that we're working on, just to try to make it easier to move this thing around. Simple solutions is what we're focused on. But yeah, those are some of the main functions on the hull itself that we're working on. Also, whole bunches of other stuff going on with all the subcomponents. We've got a whole new build round of parts coming in right now for the next build of boats going on, and we're starting to work with collaborators and starting to get people to come in and get their feedback, and some of those exciting videos will be coming out soon. But that's about all I got this week. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, anything in particular you're curious about, please give us a shout, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much.